Man, I don't care what anyone else says. Pusha T can rap about the same thing for the rest of his career, and I'll still listen to it. Because he just dropped Diet Coke with production from 88 Keys, and I'm assuming this is a lead up to his next album because it's been a minute since Daytona dropped, and he's kind of been teasing new work. He had that track from that fashion show a little while ago that wasn't officially released yet. We'll probably get that soon too, to be honest. But he's popping up in more places. So, without further ado, let's go bar for bar and break down Diet Coke. If you're new here, these breakdowns are where I go through and read out the lyrics to a song and give my interpretation of what the artist is trying to say. My interpretations are not always correct, and I do miss things. So if I've missed something or misinterpreted anything, please let me know in the comments below, because that way everyone gets to learn. So, like I mentioned, the production comes from 88 Keys, and it was off of his beat tape that came out 18 years ago titled The Makings of Crack Cocaine, which very appropriate given the artist and his typical subject matter, but the beat's crazy. And we start off with Fat Joe yelling,
"Yesterday's price is not today's price."
And then we get into kind of like some scratches, which I'm pretty sure is sampling Fat Joe because Joey Crack, but I don't remember the exact song. But this goes straight into the chorus of the song.
Imaginary players ain't been coached right. Master recipes under stove lights. The number on this jersey is the quote price. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right?
Imaginary players, they ain't been coached right. There's people who kind of faking about this. They talk about Coke rap, they talk about everything about it, but they're not really in it, or they weren't in it, so they weren't even coached right. They could also be the type of people who, they say it and then they're like, fuck it, I'll go inside and try to do it, but they don't know what they're doing, whether it be producing or selling. They just haven't been coached right. Then Push goes on to say he's like, I mastered recipes under stove lights, like the lights on top of the stove, because that's, typically where you would cook. The number on this jersey is the quote price. I don't know what number jersey he could be referring to. I'm sure someone knows out there, but whatever number is on his jersey, that is the price for the product. That is the quoted price. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? Like, I mean, one, it's the title of the song, and two, it's just funny. Like, oh, you wanted something lighter? You want some product that wasn't as pristine? Because, my take on it is, oh, this quote price is too high. Do you have anything that's cheaper? Like, well, if you want the best, you gonna pay the price. I ain't got no Diet Coke. What do you think this is?
Everybody get it off the boat, right? But only I can really have a snow fight. Detroit nigga challenge, what's your dope like? If your bin's bigger, step it up to ghost life.
Everybody get off the boat, right? That's where they get their supplies, off the boat. Like yeah. Everyone gets their supplies from the same place, right? But I'm the only one who could really have a snow fight. Like, again, the cocaine. Like, sure, everyone may get their product in a similar manner, or you're this person who's saying that the price is too high is like, oh no, like I can go down the street and get it from someone else. Like, yeah, we may have same ingredients, but I'm the only one who's flourishing and making like the good product, essentially. I don't know what the Detroit challenge is, but what's your dope like? How does it compare?
Missy was our only misdemeanor. My tunnel vision's better under stove lights. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? My workers compensated so they don't strike.
Missy was our only misdemeanor. Missy Elliott. But he's saying like we never got caught doing nothing wrong. The only misdemeanor we had was Missy Elliott. And then he carries on, or he kind of pulls up from the second line and goes, my tunnel vision's better under stove lights. Like, he focuses better just in general under stove lighting, which if you don't know what stove lighting is, it's basically just like a really dim yellow light Like, if you can focus real good in that lighting, like, yeah, you straight. you built different. Then we get into his first verse.
Wish me luck, see green like Don Bishop. The ones you trust don't change like them chains you tuck. Far as I'm concerned, who's the best? Me and Jesus. Washed and dried, so give me all of mine and pesos.
Wish me luck, see green like Don Bishop. When I looked it up, Don Bishop was an artist, and he has a painting that's, I think, called Morning Green. That's the only thing I can think of, because Push, he likes the finer things in life. He's getting into art and stuff. It's an expensive painting. It was, not crazy. It was like $1,700 when it was sold, I think. But that's the only thing I can think of other than the football player. But then Wish Me Luck, green, like kind of the whole Irish 4-leaf clover thing, like that brings you luck, and it's green. Wish me luck. The ones you trust don't change like them jeans you tuck. So the people that you trust are the ones that don't change up on you, just like the jeans you tuck. They're just consistent. They will always be the same. As far as I'm concerned, who's the best? Me and Jesus. Playing on Ye and him having a lot of money and combining his name with Jeff Bezos. But who's the best in terms of what? Not too clear. Wash Then Dry said, give me all mine in pesos. So once it's all dried up and he's selling, he's like, give me all my money in pesos. Probably because it's easier for him to make transactions in pesos, assuming that's where he gets his supply from.
Add it up. Your bitches in them pictures, but they laser tagging us. They mad at us. Who wouldn't be? We became everything you couldn't be.
Add it up, just count out the money. Your bitches in them pictures, but they laser tagging us. Like, yeah, you may have pictures with your women or your woman, but instead they're tagging us in things, or they got their sights on us. But yeah, they laser tagging us. The only thing I can think of is like they're really hyper focused on us only. Like, yeah, she may be with you, but she's really coming for us. They mad at us who wouldn't be. We became everything you couldn't be. They being just haters in general, I'm assuming, not necessarily one particular person. But I mean, you could also say the women. But I think in that statement is more like the people whose women are going after Push and Ye, like, they're upset. Like, why? And the reason that they're upset is because Push and Ye and everyone associated with them became everything that you couldn't be. Like, we did everything right, essentially.
Everything your mama said you shouldn't be. The Porsche's horse is revving like, look at me. Saddle up. I'm still pitching, baby, batter up.
Everything your mama said you shouldn't be. Like, doing things that are inappropriate. Things that may get you in some trouble. Your mom's is always looking out for you and making sure you don't get caught up in nothing. But they became everything that you couldn't be by doing those things. So, is it really that wrong? The Porsche's horse is revving up. Like, look at me, saddle up. I'm still pushing, baby, batter up. It's just a cool way to end the track, or end the verse. Sorry. The Porsche's horse is revving, like the engine's revving. Like, look at me for attention, and then saddle up on the horse, and then he's like, I'm still pushing, baby, batter up. I'm ready. This then goes into the chorus again, just minus the misdemeanor bit, and then the second verse.
The flow's untouched, the drums is tough. Drive culling in when roads get rough. Snow's a must, the nose adjust. Young G's like we Hove and Puff.
The flow's untouched, the drums is tucked. Like, his flow is untouchable. Like, he's good at rapping. And the drums, like the barrels, the magazines, the clips, all the ammo essentially is ready. It's tucked away. Drive Cullinan when roads get rough. So when the roads is rough, when it's I guess snowing out there, you drive the Cullinan. It's a safer option, I guess. Snows are must. The nose adjust. The playing off of the snow and other snow lines. The nose adjusts to the product. Young G's like we Hove and Puff. referencing the song Young G's, which was a Puff Daddy song, which had Hove and Biggie on it, I believe.
Best jewelries and hoes we lust. Chanel trinkets, same hoes will blush. Crush hearts like pretty boys. And we driving pretty toys.
So they lust over the best jewelry and women. And then with the jewelry, such as a Chanel trinket, the hoes will blush. They like the shiny things too.
Extendos will make plenty noise. Crescendo, make your car endo, pierce your car window. Missy was our only misdemeanor.
Extendos, like the drums, the extended magazines, will make plenty of noise. I mean, assuming you fire off every shot. And the crescendo of gunfire will make your car endo, like it'll fuck up your car, or at least your car window. Like it'll at a minimum it'll mess up your windows. And then pulling back to the Missy was our only misdemeanor, but it doesn't go into the rest of the chorus with just that line.
Nike box hold 100,000 with no insoles. The crack era was such a black era. How many still standing reflecting in that mirror? Lucky.
So the Nike box, which, I mean, it's a safe. It's basically just a safe, somewhere to stash your cash. Kind of like the what's it called? The 2 Chainz album cover, "Dope Don't Sell Itself," where it's all his money in his shoebox, but it holds 100,000 without no insoles. So the insoles that are normally in shoes, like you take them out, you can fit a little bit more. Like, so for example, sometimes you can only afford a certain size, and that size may be smaller than what you actually wear. To actually fit the shoe, you just gotta take that insole out and just deal with it. So basically they're stuffing more money into this box because there's no insole. The crack era was such a black era. Yeah, very much so. How many still stand and reflect in that mirror? Because not everyone made it out of the crack era. Pusha T is one of the few that have. Well, I mean, we hear a lot of it in terms of rappers who got out. But they may be an anomaly. Like, not everyone can. So he's like standing in that mirror, reflecting. He's like, man, lucky me. And then we get back to the chorus, which is just the same as before, and that is the track. This track is just about 3 minutes long, and it feels way shorter than it actually is. I honestly wish it were longer, and it's great. Yeah, the production is very fitting for Pusha T. Like, this is the type of beat that he just always sounds good on, and it's just effortless. Like I said, I don't think I'll ever get tired of him rapping about coke. Like, it's always good to me. But, I mean, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. At some point, you're going to be like, okay, Push, can you rap about something else? But that's enough rambling about Pusha T. The video itself is not out as of right now, but I imagine it's nothing too crazy. We got a full black and white video, white backdrop, which makes sense. But also, it's like, that does feel kind of fitting for Pusha T. I feel like a lot of his videos do tend to be black and white. And then you have Ye just dancing in the background. I don't know what that's about, because he's not featured on the song, but he's there. He's definitely there. But yeah, I enjoyed the song. I am very excited for whenever he drops his next album. I feel like it's definitely coming sooner rather than later. But the other thing I was concerned about is I thought it was going to be fully produced by the Neptunes. So maybe he changed his mind? I don't know. Regardless, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this track, and if I missed something or misinterpreted anything, because like I said, totally possible. Also, like and subscribe if you want to see more breakdowns like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.